How low is this? Two police chiefs accused in the break-in at the home of Sarah Jessica Parker's surrogate mom, the lady who carried twins for her and Matthew Broderick. In Ohio today, Chief Ferry Carpenter and Chief Chad Dojack both pleaded not guilty to several felonies. Now, prosecutors say one of them broke into the surrogate's home, the other tried to help sell these items to tabloids, the paparazzi. You kidding me? Joining me to talk about this, Ann Bremner, a defense attorney, former prosecutor, has defended cops in cases in the past, police departments. Also back with us, Russell Wettinson, entertainment reporter, legal analyst, attorney, PopSquire.com. All right, Russell, first off, laid out there for our viewers. This is an update to the story we've done in the past, but that they're actually been charged. What's specifically what they do? Do they take anything? Any money exchange? Laid out there for us.
Sure, Mike. It looks like we have two police chiefs who may be telling the tale of theft in the city. I mean, these are two guys who supposedly had broken into Sarah Jessica Parker's surrogate mother's home in hopes of finding any kind of information that might link her to Sarah Jessica Parker. There were reports that that information included voicemail messages, pictures, or anything else. So they may have had a deal with a tabloid publication that was going to pay them for that information, and that's how they got caught.
Okay. Do we know the specific tabloid? Or were they peddling their wares to possibly numerous tabloids?
There have been no confirmations of which tabloid that was, but what's interesting about this case is that supposedly the tabloid turned them in. And that makes sense because if they had received that information and known that it was stolen, they might be facing charges of a conspiracy themselves.
Okay. So the way Russell's laying it out there, and the tabloid takes the high ground, right, while the police chiefs are wallowing in the gutter. What a disgrace, huh?
It's a total disgrace. You know, it's the cult of celebrity, tabloids, and money. I mean, it can't get any worse. And if they're going to turn in the cops are in trouble. Because there's so much money, as you know, to be made out of, you know, tabloid pictures, information stories, phone calls, tapes, etc. But for the cops to be trying to get it, that's about as bad as it gets, like you said, Mike.
Wow. Russell, did I read correctly, one of these chiefs had a past to try to do this before? Or is this not sure on that one?
I'm not sure about that one. I know that this is what's going on now.
Right, which is bad enough. And to pick up on Ann's point, the special prosecutor, Sean Hervey, said, you know, troubled in our society that we're so celebrity crazed that we're talking that there's a market for this. Tens of thousands of dollars could be exchanged. Russell, you concur with that? That kind of cash for surrogate mom for Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker?
I do, Mike. There's a lot of money out there in the tabloid market. You know, we spend a lot of time blaming the paparazzi and the photographers that follow around celebrities, but realize that it also goes higher up the chain because people are paying a lot of money, and we as consumers are paying a lot of money for those pictures and the magazines, because there's a reason why they would pay a lot of money, because it would sell a lot of magazines.
Very simple economics there. And real quick, one of the chiefs, the guy who actually was accused of breaking in, facing 21.5 years. The guy who helped was complicit, tried to help sell the stuff, 14.5. What do you think could come down here as far as punishment?
Well, you know, I think it's a high-profile case, and they may well see that punishment, all of it meted out. There's a special prosecutor assigned, so there's no potential conflict of interest or one perceived. But, you know, an abusive trust by a police officer is an aggravating factor under any statute in any state, and so they could be facing a lot of time.
Yeah, they pleaded not guilty, so we'll see how this plays out. Guys, thanks again. Both you guys coming back. More discussion on Michael Jackson.